Well, the haze moved on out. It is much bluer looking skies out there, and that's going to stick around for at least a little while longer. But now we're back to some higher humidity. 13 weather ball tonight is green. No change to the warmer temperatures in the low and mid 80s foreseen.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
Temperatures climbed back up into the 80s today with more sunshine. Look at those blue skies all up and down the coastline and here in Grand Rapids as well. Started the morning though with some mid-level clouds. There were a couple of sprinkles out of that. You saw the full moon setting there, and throughout the day, a lot brighter. Looked a lot cheerier along the lakeshore today than it did during the day yesterday. Should be a fine evening for all of the performances as well. Temperatures in the 80s. We're 82 here in Grand Rapids after reaching at least 83, and that is what our heat index value or feels like temperature is right now. That's going to stay in that range here next couple of days. Had a few mid-level clouds move off to the east. There were some showers up over Lake Huron, but those are going to stay to our north. Farther to the north, there's a cold front dipping down out of Canada that will eventually work its way through on Friday, and that'll give us a very small chance for a shower here late tomorrow. But there goes the haze, all that haze moving on out, but you can see it's starting to come in. This is where the cold front is. It's drawing down some of that wildfire haze to the north on Friday, but that clears on out. Saturday is going to be a gorgeous day. And then as we get into next week, we'll have a couple of days where there'll be a little bit of haze. That'll be late in the day on Tuesday and again into Wednesday. And then that'll be just about it. So wildfires continue on up in Canada. High level clouds moving on out. We'll have a mostly clear night. You can see the cold front starting to dip down into lower Michigan. Now the chances of rain are not zero tomorrow, but they're very, very low. And if there is a chance, it'll be generally from US 10 northward. And that front slips to the south very, very quietly. So mostly clear again Thursday night. But then over the weekend, we start to see better chances of rain, but not until during the day on Sunday. That was Friday. This is Saturday as some of those high clouds come in late in the day. Showers and some thunderstorms arriving by at least Sunday afternoon. And it'll rain pretty good Sunday night throughout the day on Monday before that finally exits on Tuesday. Dew points are already going up, 65 here tomorrow. They'll go down a little bit, but as the humidity comes back in with those showers and storms, it goes back up into the 60s again. A little bit uncomfortable Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday into Wednesday, and we'll stay with that summer-like weather pattern into next week as well. Long-range outlook calling for high chances that it will be a little bit cooler than that average high of 81 to 82. I'm thinking upper 70s to around 80, and a little bit higher chance that we'll have more precipitation. You saw that coming up in that forecast. We usually get about 6/10 of an inch. Tonight, though, mostly clear to partly cloudy with those little choppier waves coming down to around 1 footers, even flat down on the south end of the lake as the winds lighten up just a little bit. Forecast then for tonight, mostly clear skies, upper 60s, 69 in Grand Haven. Up north, low and mid 60s here with clear skies, and from the greater Grand Rapids area southward, mostly clear. Overnight lows in the low and mid 60s. 13 on your side forecast. High humidity through tomorrow night, then a little bit of haze I showed you there on Friday. Next 2 days will be the warmest. Saturday will be delightful, if not a little warm. Afternoon and overnight showers and thunderstorms leading to just showers then on Monday. Next week, a little bit cooler than that average high of 82, upper 70s to low 80s. And then we'll see increasing chances of showers after the 10-day period ends. All the way around, looking very summer-like.
Nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you so much for that, George.
We lost a lot of the haze today. Temperatures responded nicely, getting up into the low and mid 80s across the region. Now that the haze has moved on out, we've got some humidity moving in. 13 weather ball nonetheless remains green. No change to the mid 80s foreseen.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
And as far as our dog walking forecast, under the clearer, bluer skies, we'll call them sunny, just like sunny here. Like the looks of that. Love that hair. Sally, no issues with your walking this evening or tomorrow morning. We'll give you the green paw for both of those. Of course, a little more comfortable tomorrow morning. It'll be in the 60s after 80s this evening. 8.4 out of a 10-point scale to create green energy from the sun during the day tomorrow. In terms of winds will be up a little bit, but certainly not up around a 10-point scale, but enough to generate all that green electricity across the region. We had some mid-level clouds this morning that have moved on out. There have been a couple of showers and storms over northern lower Michigan, especially northern Lake Michigan, but those are expected to fall apart here over the next few hours. We'll have a chance tomorrow night, but it's a very low chance. As far as the smoke and haze, that has moved all off to our east, and that will continue to push east, but you can see where the cold front is. That's going to introduce some haze around the middle of the day on Friday, and then that cold front drops to the south. That's the last we'll see of it until later on next week. This is along about Wednesday, so a little wildfire haze on Wednesday and again next Friday, but after that we'll have a little bit of a break. There are those showers and storms up to the north, and then they will fall apart overnight. So we'll have clear skies overnight here in West Michigan. Cold front dropping down from the north may bring an isolated shower to the area overnight into just after midnight on Thursday night, Friday morning. But look at all this sunshine during the day on Friday. We'll see some high clouds come in later on Saturday all the way around. Very nice end to the Coast Guard week. The showers and thunderstorms are going to hold off until Sunday afternoon, more likely Sunday night. That's when the bulk of our rain will come through Monday. That will finally lift on out later in the day on a Tuesday. As far as our long-range outlook from August 10th through the 16th, already the beginning of the middle of the month of August, high chances that a good portion of the north central U.S. will have cooler than average readings. Our average highs are in the low 80s. I'm thinking upper 70s to around 80. Storm track lifts a little bit further north into our area, so we'll have a little higher chance of seeing more rain during that 1 week period. Water temperatures holding steady, low and mid 70s up and down the lake shore. They may go down a little bit later on this weekend with that north wind, but tonight skies will be mainly clear, upper 60s to maybe even near 70 for an overnight low in Muskegon and Grand Haven. Low 60s up north, 63 Fremont and Greenville under mainly clear skies, and from the Grand Rapids area southward we'll be in the low in mid 60s. Still a comfortable night, but the humidity starts to go up along with those south winds. 13 on your side forecast. I introduce a chance of a shower or a thunderstorm mainly around US 10 tomorrow afternoon. A little better chance tomorrow night, but it's very low, just a few if any. It'll be hazy then on Friday with a high of 85. Saturday, delightful day. We bumped up the temperature to 84. Showers and thunderstorms though, especially Sunday afternoon and Sunday night, transitioning to just showers on Monday. A little humid starting Sunday afternoon through next Wednesday. Highs next week will be in the upper 70s to around 80. That's still very comfortable. A little bit more humidity toward the end of next week. Looking good though for the next several days.
Nice
Looking
summer
great.
forecast. Thank you, George.
Skies look bluer today because that haze moved on out as predicted, but now we have some higher humidity moving in. How long will that last, and when will we see some rain? 13 weather ball is green. Back into the 80s with higher humidity foreseen on your Thursday.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
Highs today with less haze in the air, climbed up into the low and mid 80s. A little bit of a difference. When you get rid of that haze, temperatures warm up. That was actually a degree above our average high, within 1 degree of our high from last year. We forecast 85 today. It's 4 days in a row where we've been within our target as we measure ourselves every day. I dug into the record books yesterday evening, and as we wrapped up the month of July, I noticed there were an unusual number of thunderstorms, 12 to be exact, and that ties for the most July thunderstorm days with 1938 and 1912, going all the way back to 1904. We usually get about 12 in the month of July, so I'm sorry, that was the most we've ever had in the month of July. We normally get 6, so we doubled that. The most in any one month is in August, when we had 13. I think that was back in 1940. There is a chance of a thunderstorm later on tomorrow night as a cold front drops in our direction, but most of the active weather is going to stay away from us until Sunday. This is the current models showing clearing skies overnight. Should be another great night to see that just past full moon. Should be at least a little bit whiter tonight. During the day tomorrow, you notice there are a couple of showers up around Mount Pleasant, maybe as far south as Ludington. That's as a cold front drops on through, but here in Grand Rapids, we're going to stay dry. Now, overnight tomorrow night, it looks like there might be a brief shower as that front drops to our south. Our winds turn to the north. north, clears out some of that humidity. And then over the weekend, we're going to see quiet weather all the way up until Sunday afternoon. So Friday will be nice. Saturday, we'll see some high clouds around, and this is on Sunday morning. Showers and thunderstorms. Most of the heavier rain with this will come Sunday night now and on Monday. So those will be the two really wet days that'll finally clear on out on Tuesday. As far as rainfall, not a whole lot, if any, until Sunday morning. Let's go back and we'll show you that. Look at how much rain we usually get, that we're going to get during the day on Sunday in through most of Monday. Could be a couple of spots up to 1.5 inches. A lot of that late in the weekend. Now we look at Lake Michigan forecast for tomorrow. Waves will be down a little bit from today. They were a little bit higher from Grand Haven northward, but they'll be around 1-footers with mostly sunny skies throughout the day with an onshore breeze in the afternoon. So we'll go for mostly sunny skies with maybe that thunderstorm coming down into Ludington by the end of the afternoon. Around 80 to the low 80s as the winds come in off a little bit cooler waters of the lake. Inland, a little bit warmer, mid 80s here. Again, from about US 10 northward, there is a chance of that late afternoon, early evening storm. But here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we should stay mostly sunny and dry, highs in the mid 80s. 13 on your side forecast. Another chance for some more meaningful rain will be Sunday afternoon through Monday as we cool off into the 70s through Tuesday. Average high is 82, so we're going to be a little bit cooler than that all the way through the following Saturday. A little bit more humidity again at the end of next week.